Good day, Sir June. Good day, classmates. Today, I will going to discuss to you or report to you the ancient Greek philosopher named Plato. But before that, let us read our objective. At the end of the lesson, you, the learners, are expected to know the Greek philosopher Plato, identify his work and writings, virtues and values, principles, morals, and ethical perspective of the philosopher. Third, unlock famous quotation of the philosopher. And lastly, appreciate the philosopher and answer the questions provided. Now, let's talk about the life of Plato. So this is the ancient Greek philosopher Plato. Plato lived from 428 to 427 BCE in Athens, Greece, to 348 to 347 BCE. He is an ancient Greek philosopher from Athens who founded the academy, studied under Socrates, instructed Aristotle, and he is best known for his profoundly influential philosophical writings. 1 year after the great Athenian statesman Pericles passed away, Plato was born. His parents are Ariston, his father, and Pericleon, his mother. During his youth, Plato belonged to the group that surrounded Socrates. Since the latter was never wrote, all that is known about his signature practice is holding conversation with his fellow citizens that and the occasional traveling celebrity comes from the writings of others, most notably in Plato. The Socratic writing of Plato depicts on the kind of activities that the real Socrates engaged in. Both life and death of Socrates have a significant impact to Plato. The elder man's actions serve as the inspiration of Plato's philosophical ideas. Furthermore, if Plato's seventh letter, whose authorship undebatable, it is to be believed that Plato was reluctant to enter public life because of how both an oligarchy and the democracy treated Socrates. Also, in the education of Plato, historians cannot find any evidence of Plato's early education as a child. But seeing as he belonged to an influential aristocratic family from Athens, it is assumed that he went through the Athenian form of education that was oriented towards culture, arts, academics, and intelligence. However, some sources claim that Plato was a bright student who was given the best teachers of the time. At one point, learning philosophy under another Greek philosopher, Socrates. Also, Plato valued education because he believed that education changes people. He was known for thinking about the ideal government of society and believed that to maintain a stable state, it was necessary that all citizens is educated. Plato was known for having ideas about perfect state, and he believed that education was the key to eradicating evil and to achieve this. Because if people were educated and sound, the laws are unnecessary, but if the people is uneducated, the laws are useless. For Plato, education was more than just memorizing facts while sitting in a classroom from youth to maturity. Instead, education was a lifelong process, and even adults can be trained and educated. Thus, sys- thus created a system in which even adult were trained. Now, let's talk about the works and writings of Plato. So these are some of the works and writings of Plato. So these works are written or gigama siya early early transitional and middle, late transitional, And also, there are some works that attributed to Plato. So these are the Apology, Charmates, Crito, Ethiodemus, Theopro, Glorious, Hippias Major, Hippias Minor, Iol, Lyces, Protagoras, Republic BQ 1. Also, Cratylus, Minisicus, Mino, Phaedo, Republic BQ 2, 10, and Symposium. Also, Parmenides, Trititus, Pridros, Sophis, Statesman, Philebus, Timaeus, and Priscesto. And the other works that attributed to Plato are the Sporia, Spurgrams, and Dobia. Now, let's talk about the rational matrix contribution of Plato to virtues and values, his principles, morality, and ethics. So, the virtues and values of Plato's are justice, friendship, wisdom, courage, and moderation. So, let's talk about this one by one. Justice. For Plato, justice is related to one's overall character. The person has a healthy soul in which reason rules the appetites of our desires for honor. The just person is fulfilled, at peace, and truly happy. She is therefore able to contribute to the harmony and justice for her community. While friendship can create harmony to the society. And wisdom has to do with the intellect of the person. For Plato, a wise person rules the mind to understand the moral reality and then apply this to her daily life. The wise person is guided by the rationality in the choices she makes. While courage has to do with how we face adversity. It includes having the courage of one's convictions. In fact, Plato's mentor Socrates choose to die rather than sacrifice his deepest convictions. No doubt, this deeply influenced Plato's views on the matter. Moderation is related to our desire. Human being has many desires, of course. This is good way or wrong way, bad things or good things. We must not let our desires for food, sex, or drink control our lives the way we compromise our character. While the principle of Plato believes that reality is divided into two parts, which are the ideal and the phenomena. It is the physical worlds that we experience. It is a flawed echo for the perfect ideal model that exists outside the space of time. Plato calls the perfect ideal the form. Morals. Plato indicates that morality is an efficiency harmony of the whole achieved through the most effective use of the parts. Evil is nothing more than the parts of man or the parts of the states that are out of balance. Ethics. Platonic ethics states that the good is born of knowledge and the evil is born of lack of knowledge. Plato's ethical thought begins rather comprising from something everyone accepts. We all seek to be happy. We seek everything for the sake of this, while we do not seek this for the sake of anything further. So Plato wants us to seek further for happiness. Now, let's talk about the famous quote of Plato, which is first, love is a serious mental illness. Which for me, I have been agreeing to this quote because love can make people crazy. So if you love someone, you will give everything and you will sacrifice everything. So to the point nga mas stress na lang ka, to the point nga kanang nagsakit ng laban ay mong ulo. So, it can cause mental illness to you. Second is, good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a ways around the laws. So, this is from the education of Plato, diba? Plato believes that education changes people, and the person who are educated is sa mga tao nga educated, dili necessary ang laws. Well, sa mga tao nga dili educated, justice ra gyapon ang law. So, mo na giyon ni Plato diri nga ang mga good people dili na kailangan og law para moact pa sa mga responsibilidad nato as individuals to the society. Well, bad people, mangita gyud na sila pamaagi nga makalusot gyud sa law nga dili gyud maayo ang ilang pambuhat, malusot gyud sila bitaw bisan dili na maayo ang ilahang gibot. The third one that I didn't include this in the PPT is the beginning is the most important part of the work. And I agree to this because walay sinugdanan, walay katapusan. So if dili makasukod, dili mahuman. So honestly and obviously, dili jud mahuman ang trabaho kung walay na nasugdan. So ang beginning jud ang pinakauna ang pinaka-essential part sa trabaho. So that's all. I hope you learned the life, the works and writings of Plato, the virtues, principles, moral and ethics of Plato. And now I have here questions provided. I have 10 item quiz for you to answer. So that's all.